Hi, I'm Rocky Bornstein. I'm the inventor of the Elastik, and I am a physical therapist. I was a modern dancer for 30 years, and now I teach and train with the stick as well as working with people individually. Welcome to this Elastik podcast from Balanced Body. In this podcast, we're going to look at the vertical stick. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create an organization of the body relative to the vertical. So if you think about the vertical and the stick, we're going to start with putting the stick directly between the feet and then lining up your belly button with the stick and looking down again and trying to see that the right side and left side of your body is bisected by this vertical line. As the stick moves up in front of you, just feel how the abdominals come in as the resistance comes in with the stick. And once again, you're going to just look straight out with the nose right in the middle of the stick, trying to see the right and left side on one side of the stick, the right and left breast on one side and the other of the stick, and the stick in the middle of the belly button. From there, we're going to continue to go up as the belly moves away from the cords, keeping the abdominals engaged as the resistance increases. Taking the stick up to the level of the sternum so you can feel right into the middle of the chest. Now I want you to keep the stick on the vertical as you slide your hand up the stick, which creates a little bit of a side flexion moment through the stick and through the head, letting your eyes come to the vertical. So one eye on top of the other as the stick remains completely upright. You can use a mirror to use when you're working with the stick so that you can truly see whether you've kept the stick into the vertical. Once again, check out the belly button in the middle of the cords, pull your abdominals away from the cords, and slide the other arm up the stick, going into side bend as the hand tries to reach the edge of the stick, letting the body turn as the resistance goes up onto the vertical, and letting your eyes come into the vertical position, one on top of the other, and then slide the arm down. We can also use the vertical stick to move around it. So we go into the transverse plane. So you take one arm out around the stick, and you reach around the stick as you try to curl over and hug the cords, pulling your belly away from the cords, and try to reach clear around till you touch your opposite elbow, and then coming back and around, keeping your arm wide and open. Slide your hand between yourself and the stick and bring your arm around as you lift the stick up into the vertical and rotate around that vertical stick into the opposite direction, and then coming back, lifting the stick, keeping your belly moving away from the cords. Taking your hand out to the side, once again you're going to rotate, following your fingertips, lifting the stick up onto the vertical as you go into full rotation, and around the stick again, touching the opposite elbow, and then coming back into your center position, eyes on one side of the stick and the other. Bring the stick towards the sternum, belly away from the cord, slide your hand up the stick. Now you're going to take your hand off the stick by pulling the shoulder blade down your back, reaching behind you with the stick. Lift the stick up, lengthen up your head so you look towards the top of the stick, keeping the chin in so the head is not thrown back, and then reaching up for the top of the stick and coming back down. Now we can also use the vertical to help with the lower limbs. So as we march up, we're going to follow the line of the stick as the cords still transect the middle of the body, opening the arms and rotating above and coming back down. And march the other leg as you lift the stick up through the center of the body and coming back down. Just a little bit quicker. And march and down and march and down. This time we're going to take a long leg out in front of us as the stick comes up to the vertical and coming back down. Just switch arms, keeping the same leg, rotating the shoulder girdle around, stick going up to the vertical, and come back down. And just a little bit quicker. And up and down, and lengthen up and down, and lengthen up and down. Finally, we can use the stick in the vertical position, but in the vertical according to the body right and left. So you're going to take a long lunge, keeping the stick bisecting right and left as you go into the long lunge and going out into your layout position. bending your bottom leg, taking the stick out in front of you, bringing the stick up into the vertical again, and resuming back into your original position. One eye on either side, belly pulled away from the cords, and come back into your original position. And now, repeat the entire sequence with the strap on the opposite foot. Thank you for joining us for this Balanced Body podcast.